Hey guys, good morning. It is Monday morning. I do not have a written message for you today because I thought it would be fun to read a story. Now, the story that I'm going to read is going to go along with what we are going to be doing this week. The story's a little long, so I thought that we would just dive right into the story. You can sit back and relax on this Monday morning. We're going to take it easy. And we're going to talk about measuring because this week you are going to learn all about measurement. So your focus lesson is going to be a measuring project. Math is going to be measuring. You're going to learn about all the different types of things that you can measure, the way we measure things, and it's going to be fun. But I have this story, and it's called Measuring Penny. And this story is a really cute story about a girl who starts to measure dogs. And you know how Miss Anderson loves dogs, so this story is really cute. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a morning read aloud this morning. It says, Measuring Penny, written and illustrated by Laureen Leedy. Look, she has E-E in her first name and her last name. Laureen Leedy. And she wrote it and drew the picture. So she's an author and illustrator. Look at this cute picture. You can see the dog pulling on the measuring tape. I want you to think, do you have things around your house that you can measure with? Right away, your brain probably thinks, oh, I have one of those measuring tapes. I also have a ruler. But you're gonna learn that you can measure with so much more. All right, here we go. It says, my name is Lisa, and my teacher says our next big homework project is to measure something. Mr. Jason says that we can measure anything, like a sofa, which is a couch, a TV set, or a doll. And over here it says, how tall, how heavy, how small. Measuring helps us to understand the world around us. When I got home today, my dog Penny jumped all over me, as usual. Wow, I could measure Penny, my dog, for my homework. She is a Boston Terrier, and she's bigger than a pug, but smaller than a Cocker Spaniel. So she's comparing the dog to different types of dogs. She say he's bigger than a pug, but he's smaller than a Cocker Spaniel. She's about the size of a Shetland sheepdog. He says, Penny, please stop drooling on my paper. Come on, Penny, I'll get a ruler and we'll run over to the park. Oh my goodness, look at all the dogs out there today. Hey, get down. That's silly. I can't believe how many dogs live around here. Fine, I'll measure some of you too, says Lisa. We're supposed to use a standard unit. So let me use inches to see how long your nose is. Hey, stop licking my face. So she said, I'm gonna use a standard measurement. Standard measurement is when you use a ruler or a tape measurer or something that gives you inches or centimeters. So it says, this dog has 4 inch, their nose is 4 inches. Penny has a 1 inch nose, and a pug has ½ an inch. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. Show you a little closer. Say 4 inches, 1 inch, 1½ inch. I'll measure your tails with non-standard units, dog biscuits. So when we use non-standard measurement, you can use anything to measure as long as it's the same thing. So you see she used biscuits and she used the same size biscuits. You have to use the same thing. So if I use pencils, I have to use all the same size pencils to make sure that I'm measuring correctly. It says, I'll measure your tails with a non-standard unit, dog biscuits. Will you please hold still? I'm trying to do your tail. Penny has the shortest tail. So if you look here, it says Penny's tail is 1 dog biscuit long. A fox terrier is 4. A mixed breed dog is 6 biscuits. And a greyhound dog is 10 biscuits long. You see how she measured using dog biscuits? I'll measure your ears with another I was here, and it says, I'll measure your ears with another non-standard unit, cotton swabs. Don't wiggle too much. And what I was gonna say is cotton swabs is a really cool thing. That's called Q-tips. We call them Q-tips, cotton swabs. That's a great thing to measure with, and I bet some of you have some around the house, so if you need things to measure with, you can measure with cotton swabs. And they measure the ears. The pug's is about half a swab. Penny is about 1 swab tall. The Basset Hound is 3 swabs long. I bet Bolt's would be pretty high. He's got big ears. Let's see how wide your paws are. I'll turn over my ruler and measure with centimeters. Now he's measuring back, she's measuring back with that ruler, so that means that's a standard unit of measurement. I want to see how tall everybody is. Everybody sit. So she just is measuring all the dogs. And there's Penny, cute little dog. Let's see how high you can jump. Penny can jump up to my waist. I can use myself to measure. And you guys are gonna do something like that this week. So look, the Basset Hound can jump up to her knees, up to her waist, up to her shoulders, over my head. That's really cool. I like how she did that. Used her body to measure. Now, there's no scale here at the park, so I can't weigh anything. Wait, I could use a seesaw to see how heavy Penny is compared to the other dogs. The seesaw is down on Penny's side, so she is heavier than the pug. So now she's measuring weight. She says, Penny's heavier than this dog. Now Penny is up, which means she is lighter than the Cocker Spaniel. The seesaw is balanced straight across. That means they are the same weight. They weigh the same. You look thirsty, Penny. We better go home and get you a drink. See you later, everybody. Now let's stop in the bathroom so I can weigh you. Get on the scale. You're exactly 16 pounds. Now let's go to the kitchen for your drink. So now she's using a standard unit of measurement. She's measuring pounds for weight. She's using a scale. Some of you guys might have a scale at home to step on and see how much you weigh. Or if you're at Publix, you can weigh yourself too. Mr. Jason says volume is the amount of space something fills, like water in a cup. So what volume of water do you want? A cup? We have those in our house, measuring cups. A pint, a quart, a gallon, maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon. So all the things you cook with too are types of measure. You're measuring something. You drank a cup of water already today. And I'll give you another cup, I suppose. I suppose you're hungry too. Now you can't have a whole bag of food, but I'll give you half a cup, Penny. Sometimes Dad and I make homemade dog biscuits. We measure the ingredients so they taste good. At least to, you know who, Penny. So remember what I just said. When you're baking at home or cooking, you're measuring. You're using ingredients. You're measuring them 1 cup, 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon to make sure that that food comes out correctly. Now it says, I'm going to follow Penny around all day Saturday to measure how much time I spend taking care of her. So you can also measure time. I'll make a poster for this part. It says she feeds her 10 minutes, 5 minutes walking her, playing with her. That's really cool to measure time. I like that. I'll measure how quickly Penny can run from one place to the other. She can get from her bed to the kitchen in 6 seconds. So that's also her measuring time. Right? So we can measure how tall something is, how wide, how heavy things are. You can measure time. There's a lot of things that we're going to learn that we can measure this week. You can measure temperature. The last thing I'm going to measure Penny with is money. Mom looked through her checkbook to help me figure this out. We decided that Penny is kind of expensive, but she's worth a lot too. So it says to buy a puppy, $275. Food, $400 a year. Vet, $120. Toys, $75. But She's priceless for the love. I'm sure Mr. Jason will give me a good grade on this measuring project. Penny, maybe we should change your name to Million. That was really sweet. So that was a cool story to kind of start off our measurement week, where we're gonna learn all about how to measure how tall things are, how short things are, how heavy, how wide, how long. And I'm really excited. So that's all I have for you this morning. I hope you enjoyed the read aloud. Good luck with your work today. Bye guys.